Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live. If this is your first time, can you make sure that you please like and subscribe to the channel? I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. I definitely need your help. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to wait on more people to come on the live. I got a pretty good, interesting story for you all tonight, and we're going to talk about some things that's going on. So I see we got two people so far in the chat so far. Just make sure if you're here, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the comment section. I appreciate it. As soon as four people come in, then we'll start the show. I see two people in the chat. We got an interesting topic today. We got a few topics. Man, it's been one heck of a week. A lot of stuff going on right now. I see two people so far. Just gonna wait on more to come in. If you're out there, just let me know. Let me give you a holler. Harry, what's happening? What's happening, Harry? You always, brother, you are always on time. You are always on time. How are you doing, fella? You okay? How are you doing? Okay, we got three people. Just waiting on one more person. Boy, oh boy, we got some stuff to talk about tonight, man. Whew. Oh my God. We got three people, just waiting on one more person. Yeah, I turned on the push notification, lots of them. Yeah, I get that notification, man. You do, yeah. Yeah, but if you don't turn on that notification, you won't know that I'm online. So make sure you subscribe, like, hit that notification bell. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm on Wednesday night tonight. I have to come on according to my schedule, work schedule. Sometimes it's hard to come on Sundays and Mondays, sometimes on Tuesdays too.
If you have tax cuts like that or any kind of like...
Okay, we got three people. As soon as we hit four, I'm going in. If anybody else out there, please give me a holler. Let me know if you hear me very well. I'm doing the mic check. Let me see. There's a high risk that she will leave when she comes to the U.S. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that, boy. There's some things that you need to know about these girls. Yes. There's some things you need to know about these girls. Yeah, they will. Some of them will leave you. Yeah, it's a high risk if you bring them here. If you bring your wife here, I will not recommend it. I will not recommend it. I will not recommend bringing my girlfriend to the United States. I will not do it. Okay, we got five people. Okay, all right. So let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show on the road. Here we go.
Tony Rome Live.
What's up? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Jack, what's happening? What's happening, Harry? Jack, okay, we got 4 people in the chat today. Man, I'm so glad to see you guys.
With 9 days until Election Day, former President Trump has stepped up.
What's wrong? My telephone keeps going. Let me put it down here. How's everybody doing, man? I hope you guys had a good week. How's everything going? You doing okay, Jack? I'm doing fine, man. I am doing great, brother. Yeah, man. Okay, let's get to the news. What's going on? Okay, first of all, I did a video about, this is not a political channel. It's not, but this is one of the most intensive elections that I've ever seen since I've been voting. This has been the most intense election I ever seen. This election that's getting ready to happen is going to depend where this country is going to go in the next 100 years to 200 years. This is a very important election. I seen that video. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. But now let me tell you guys something. I do not support one candidate. I don't support the Democrats. I don't support the Republicans. I'm totally independent. So somebody left something in the chat the other day in the comment section. I'm not going to troll anybody, but saying that I showed that video specifically because I was leaning towards Kamala Harris. No, that's not true. What I was trying to show you was the importance of the Electoral College for Pennsylvania. Because if you notice, there's been like a lot of attention placed on Pennsylvania. So I was just wondering, because you still got, I think you still got Kamala Harris and Trump and them, they just crisscrossing Pennsylvania like crazy, doing a lot of rallies. Obama's there, Michelle Obama's there. They're doing a lot of campaigning in Pennsylvania. The reason why Pennsylvania, if you guys haven't seen the video, please watch it. The reason why Pennsylvania is so important, especially for Democrats, no Democratic president has ever won the election without Pennsylvania because it's a swing state. It swings back and forth between, it can go either red or either it could go blue. Like the northern part of Pennsylvania is mostly Democrat. As you go down to the southern part, it turns red. And sometimes you may have the red defect over to the blue, and sometimes you may have some of the blue defect over to the red, which is the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you, if Kamala Harris, like I said, I talk about both sides. I talk about Trump and Kamala. But one thing is really important for the Democrats. If Kamala Harris does not get Pennsylvania, she will lose the presidency and Donald Trump will be back in the White House. You got to win Pennsylvania. That is a must for the Democrats. She has to get Wisconsin, the three major states that she has to get is Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? But the reason Pennsylvania is so important, for some reason, I don't know why, because I've been voting for a long time, guys. I've been voting for a long time, for almost 30-some years. And what's so important about Pennsylvania is that it's a swing state, but usually if a swing state like Pennsylvania go blue, usually all the other swing states will swing with it. It creates a momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like Hillary Clinton, what I see in the 2016 election, her and Donald Trump. When I seen that election, when Hillary Clinton lost Pennsylvania, I say it was over. Then all of a sudden you start seeing everything turning red, and Donald Trump was in the White House. But you got to get Pennsylvania. If Kamala Harris get, like I said, Wisconsin, Michigan, which is my state, in Pennsylvania and maybe Georgia, we will see the first female presidency of the United States. If Donald Trump end up taking Pennsylvania from her, then Donald Trump more than likely would be in the White House. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it could go, Pennsylvania is a very important state. So I'm not here to talk about, all about politics or anything like that, but this will be a very competitive election. And something I may want to tell you guys is that you may want to start stocking up on things, maybe water, food, and stuff, because you never know how this thing's going to go if one side doesn't win. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. So I would highly advise, you guys to be prepared, for this election, because we don't know exactly where this is going. So, but on the economic side, I'm hearing more layoffs is happening right now with I don't know if you ever heard of Red Lobster. They are laying off thousands of people. A lot of people, they're closing stores across the country, and they've fallen for bankruptcy. So the economy still is in really not so good a condition. You know what I'm saying? So also there's other restaurant chains that are closing. TGF Friday is closing stores too. So you got all these people losing their jobs. So what they're going to do, So check out this guy, his story about what happened when he got a call telling him to come into his job.
I'm off today. He's like, man, you just need to come in because there's a lot of stuff going on.
But what corporate did tell them?
We got 3 days to clean out the restaurant.
Yes, lots of people are getting laid off from Red Lobster and from TGL Fridays, and there's a lot of restaurant chains that are going out of business. Yeah, there's a lot of people losing their jobs, man. Hey, Joseph, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. How are you doing, man? I'm so glad to see y'all. Hope everything's good, man. Yeah, man. We gotta get prepared for what's coming, man. We gotta get prepared. You gotta get prepared. And here's the thing with TGF Fridays. Fridays are closing a lot of their stores. People are getting laid off. They're not talking about this in the election. They're not. We never hear nothing about this. But there are things that are still going wrong in this country that they're not talking about.
Seen outside the restaurant off Route 6 yesterday. Sign on the door reads, quote, "We regret to inform you that Fridays has made the difficult decision to close our restaurant effective October 24th, which was yesterday. Seekonk location closed in January, along with dozens of others across the country. The Warwick TGI Fridays closed down back in 2020. Closest location to us, Stoughton, Massachusetts."
Yeah, yes. Fridays are closing stores. Yeah, it's really sad, man. I used to love her. Yeah, they just closed the Friday. Yeah, they closed the Fridays near me. Can't you guys see what's happening in this country? Can't you see what's happening in this country? And we got to get prepared. And I got some good news for you, okay? Now, I'm working on my retirement, right? I'm working on my retirement. And I seen some things that's going on in Panama. That wouldn't be a bad place to go. Panama is, you can find some really good real estate in Panama. I've been looking at Panama, so there may be another place that I will visit. But see, I had all my eggs in one basket with Colombia. You know what I'm saying? That's what the place that I wanted to retire. With all the stuff that's going on right now in Colombia, I don't know if that would be the right place for me to retire. See, you guys are young, you know what I'm saying? You guys are young guys, you know what I'm saying? Most of you are here in your 30s, in your 40s, you know what I'm saying? But I'm at that age now where I got to really think about where I want to spend the rest of my life, you know what I'm saying? The remaining part of my life, you know what I'm saying? So I've been doing some research on Panama, and they got places down there. They got apartments, really nice ones, 2 bedrooms and everything, that go for like $500. And it's a very nice climate, very beautiful girls, you know. That might be a place that I may want to think about retiring, you know, because I'm telling you, I don't know what's going to happen here in America. I don't know. We are headed in unknown territory right now. We don't know where we're headed right now, especially with this election. I don't know. So I will advise you guys to start, packing up, packing some food, keep some things in your refrigerator, get you some extra water, because we don't know how this election is going to swing which way. You know what I'm saying? If one side don't get what it wants, we don't know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the Republicans or Democrats, but this has been a very contested election. This could be a very contested election. So there's no telling what could happen, if one person doesn't get his way, what they want, right? So, all right, so let's get into the Colombian news, okay? I'm gonna tell you some good sides of dating Colombian women, but I want to tell you, I want to show you this video first about choosing a wife and the things that you should look for when choosing your wife. You know what I'm saying? Should you bring her to the States? Should you not bring her back to the States? Me personally, I will never bring my wife back to the States, especially with all the negativity that's going on right now. So check this out.
First of her, and yeah, she's open to move to another country, so she's a great woman to get to know in the agency.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Quiero presentarles a Yurani. Yurani es una de nuestras afiliadas. Para que sepan, Yurani es una afiliada 201275.
Lisa Viken, she's a really great woman. She's looking for love. She would love to find a great love, have more children. She is studying medicine for being a veterinarian. And yeah, she's looking for a nice man who takes care of her. And yeah, she's open to move to another country. So she's a great woman to get to know in the agency.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Quiero presentarles a Yurani. Yurani es una de nuestras afiliadas. Para que sepan, Yurani es una afiliada 201275. Desde ya, para que la conozcan, una bella expresión de la mujer cartagenera.
No, I would want to bring my wife to the States, because it's who would want to come to the States? No bueno, it's still here. Yeah, I would want to bring my wife to the States. So let's say if you go to one of these agencies in Medellin and you decide that you got you a wife that you want to bring back. Okay, what do you do next? What do you do next? Me personally, I wouldn't bring her here. I wouldn't bring her here to the States. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I wouldn't bring her here to the States. I had a cousin that did it. I'm not gonna mention his name. May brother rest in peace. He did it twice and it didn't work out. Okay. For number one, a lot of times when you bring them over here, one thing that you would deal with is homesick. They get homesick very easily because they're very, very connected to their family. Number two is that a lot of them, they don't, how can I say, they don't do well here. They don't, I mean, they don't, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It just, they don't seem very happy. I remember my cousin was telling me that he brought his wife from over there to over here, and her hairstyle falling out because, you know, the atmosphere was different. The heat was too dry, and it just seemed like she just she didn't flourish. She wasn't flourishing here. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go to work, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna have a lot of time on her hands. They have a lot of time on their hands, and they get bored. So what she's going to be doing when you go to work and then when you come back home, you know, well, they say, well, I'll be cooking, I'll be doing all that stuff, but they ain't gonna be cooking every day.
Yuranis, bienvenida. ¿Cómo te sientes hoy?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios. ¿Y usted?
Qué bueno, es tu primer evento, ¿cierto?
Sí,
¿Tienes
así
muchas expectativas?
Claro que sí.
¿Qué te hace buscar a un caballero extranjero?
Bueno, la verdad, la idea es experimentar cambios. Sí, experimentar nuevas costumbres, nuevas culturas. A ver si también logro tener un hombre fiel, bueno, trabajador y enfocado para salir adelante.
Qué bueno, unos bonitos valores en este caso, una persona que sea tu soporte, tu apoyo, tu ayuda, sinceramente. ¿Te quieres casar pronto, Yurani, o lo ves a largo plazo, a corto plazo? ¿Cómo van esos planes mentalmente?
Bueno, en realidad ahorita no me quiero casar, por el momento no. Eso lo veo dentro de varios años.
¿Mucho te gustaría como tener una relación primero, conocerse, algo así?
Sí, señora, así es. Primero quiero como que darme mi tiempo, conocer, disfrutar mi pareja, salir, pasear y salir adelante.
Compartir.
Sí, señora.
Exactamente. ¿Cuántos años tienes tú?
29 años.
29. ¿Y qué haces? ¿Cuál es tu profesión?
Bueno, yo estudié asistencia administrativa, actualmente estoy trabajando en un casino, tengo el cargo de jefe de salón y, sí señora, ya tengo 8 años.
Qué bueno, qué bueno. Y cuéntame un poquito acerca de tu hobby, qué te gusta hacer, te gusta la naturaleza.
And plus, one more thing, what would you do if she have kids? How would you deal with her if she has kids? Because when you deal with a woman that has children, then you have to accept her and the kids will be your responsibility. Those kids will be your responsibility. Okay? And sometimes they expect for you to bring the children, her, and the mom. Her mom, if she has a mom, you will literally have to bring the whole family over here. That's what you would have to do. Or you could stay over there. But what I have found out that a lot of these women, they want to go to the United States. So they rather go to the United States because they want a better life. And this what you see here, this is what you call a international dating agency. I dealt with something like this in Barranquilla. They are fun. I ain't gonna lie, you meet a lot of girls in those marriage agencies. You do. Like what you see here with all those women sitting back there. Yeah, you meet a lot of them. But I would not recommend nothing like this, because you could do the same thing if you go to Colombia and just, you know, go to the malls, you know what I'm saying, you know, go to the universities, go to the library, you know, where you meet, you know, or just, you know, walk into the park or something. But I found that I've met really nice women just basically at the mall, you know. But this marriage agencies, they cost a, what these agencies are for, it's like they're for guys that don't want to spend a lot of time in Colombia. They just go there for one reason, find a wife, and they bring them back. Basically, they start the marriage process. So the dating tour, they can last from either from 7 days, or they got 14-day marriage tours. They got 7-day, 10-day, whatever you want, but they're very expensive though. They are very, 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 very expensive. I think for a 10-day tour is like $4,000, close to $5,000. Yeah, but I've never paid that much for it. But you get a chance to admit, yeah, they cost a lot. It costs like $8,000 for something. Yeah, like $8,000. Yep. You're right. They cost like about $8,000. Now the one that I was involved with, it cost, I'm gonna be honest with you, it cost about $4,000. And mine was 7 days. But one thing they did do, they did provide me with the Airbnb and all that, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't a good host though. The one I went to in Barranquilla, he wasn't a good host. He tried to extort money from me and stuff, and he was horrible. But this one right here is a bit more expensive, but it looks like it's more professional. But I don't really recommend these, because if you spend enough time, interacting with the locals and the women in Colombia, eventually you can find somebody nice, so.
A ver si hay alguien que comparta esos mismos gustos contigo.
Bueno, a mí me encanta el deporte, me encanta entrenar. Por el momento ese es mi hobby, y trabajar, porque a veces por el tema de tiempo, pero me encanta hacer mucho deporte.
Ok, bueno, Yurani, esperamos ayudarte de verdad a encontrar a ese caballero extranjero. Dile a él que te está viendo en este momento que lo estás esperando, que tú estás aquí, que venga, que te puede contactar a través de tu ID 201275, enviarte una carta.
Bueno, en realidad lo que espero es que sea una buena persona, un hombre, como ya lo había dicho antes, enfocado, un hombre trabajador, un hombre que quiera salir adelante conmigo, y que empecemos, ¿qué?
Juntos.
Exacto, así es.
Perfecto. Bueno, muchas gracias, Yurani, qué chévere. Gracias por acompañarnos y esperamos ayudarte en todo.
Bueno, muy amable, gracias.
Sabiken, ¿cómo estás? Gracias
Muy
por
bien.
venir.
Gracias.
Primera vez en nuestro evento.
Sí.
Bueno, ¿y qué tal?
Excelente.
Ven un poquito más acá para que estemos un poco... Excelente.
Excelente.
Ah, qué bien. Excelente. ¿Qué tal los hombres?
Muy bien.
¿Bien? ¿Alguno que te gusta?
Sí.
Sí. Cuéntame quién. Cuéntame quién.
Es que el nombre es difícil. Clan, algo así.
Clit. Ah, okay. Como uno rubio.
Ajá.
Sí, él es guapo. Y bueno, chévere, quizás va a salir una cita, quién sabe. Y bueno, tú te inscribiste hace poco, ¿no?
Sí, soy
¿Y
nuevo.
por qué te inscribiste?
Me inscribí porque tengo como propósito, pues yo tengo 31 años, ya tuve una primera relación y quiero planificar mi segundo hogar.
Ok, ¿y te gustaría tener hijos? ¿Tienes hijos?
Yo tengo 2 niñas, pero me gustaría tener uno más.
¿Dos más?
Okay, she has 2 kids. All right. She has a 2-year-old and she has an 11-year-old kid. So if you decide to marry her, you'll be responsible for those kids too. She has a 2-year-old and an 11-year-old. And believe me, they usually expect the man to do everything. I found that to be like that. They expect for you to do everything, to pay for everything. So would you be ready for that? And would you have, if you do decide to bring her to the States, would you be able to accommodate her? Just think about you be accommodating her and her 2 children, a 2-year-old and an 11-year-old. So you're getting, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dating women with children, but are you ready for that responsibility? That's going to be a heck of a responsibility. And then not only that, they're going to expect for you to take care of their family. You know, other relatives like the mom, the cousin, you know, Yeah, oh snap, instant family. Yeah, it'll be just an instant family. Instant family, yes. And I'm telling you, they're going to expect for you to do everything. They're going to expect for you to do everything. They're going to expect for you to take care of extended family. And I'm not saying this is a negative thing, but what I'm saying is just be prepared what you're getting yourself into. What I would do personally, I will stay there. I would not bring her to the States. For number one, your money goes much further there. She'll treat you much better there. And she'll be around her people. She'll be around her cousins and be around her mom and things like that, because they do get homesick. My cousin, he did it twice, and it didn't work out for him. He came home one day, and his wife was gone. She called her people back in Barranquilla and said, I'm ready to come back home. He came back, she was gone. She had left the country, went back to her country. Yeah, they will leave you. If they don't feel that you're doing what you're supposed to do, or you wasn't who you thought you was, like I was watching 90 Day Fiance one time, and this guy, he brought a woman over from, what's the name of that country? God, this was so funny. He brought a woman from, I think she was from India or somewhere. And she wanted to come here to be a doctor. She expected him to pay for her to go to medical school. And when he went, oh my God, it was so funny. And then when he brought her back over here, he lived in a 1-bedroom apartment and had his daughter living there with him. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. That was hilarious. And she looked around there like, oh my God, she couldn't believe it. Yeah, but if they don't think that you're doing what you're supposed to do, or you're not what you are, they will leave you. They will. They will be up and out. They'll be like, she said, I'm not staying here. You'll come back home from work and she'll be gone. You'll come back home from work and she'll be gone. But that is a very big responsibility. So you need to think about that. But the best thing to do, to the advice I could give my brothers here, is that it would be best for you to just live wherever your wife is, whether she's in Brazil or Colombia or Panama, wherever. Live there with them. You'll be a king there. And plus, it'd be better I think it'll be so much better on your relationship. Your relationship will flourish and go much further. I will not, let me ask you a question. Look at all the negative things that's going on in this country right now. Would you want your wife exposed to all of this? All this stuff that's going on? Because it would be a lot for her to tell. And you know what? A lot of these women, now think about this. Think about this. A lot of these girls don't even know how to drive. They don't know how to drive an automobile. So, if you got a woman, okay, just hold on, let me get something to drink, guys. I'm a little thirsty. You know, it's 70 degrees here in Michigan right now. My gosh. Hold on. Oh, boy. Yeah, sorry. You know what? It is 70 degrees right now in Michigan at night. This is October the 30th, and I'm like sweaty. It's hot. It's like humid. This is crazy. Oh, that feels so much better. Wow. Man, it's hot. But I would not bring her here. I wouldn't do that. My cousin, when he did it, I told him, I said, man, I think you're making a mistake to bring that girl over here. You know, and they used to, then when she came over here, I mean, it's like, oh, and there's another thing that you guys need to know about when you get a Colombian wife that you should know about. This is very important. Let me see. She said she flew the coop. At least she didn't take him to the cleaners. No, thank God she didn't take him to the cleaners. Thank God. But you know what these, let me tell you another thing. If you decide to marry one of these women, this is very important. They are very, very, very possessive. Some of them are. Okay? What I mean by that is like, if you at work, right, and your wife is here, 9 times out of 10, what she's going to do, she's going to go through your phone. She's going to look through your computer. She's going to go through your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then if she sees something, sometimes they jump to conclusions really fast. Like I remember my cousin was telling me that when he would come home from work, his wife would look at his coat and see like hairs, you know, like maybe, like maybe his coat came in contact with with a woman or something, and some of the hair maybe got attached. She was picking hairs off his coat and said, where did these hairs come from? Yep. And then they will go through your computer. They will look and see who you're talking to. They very, very possessive of that. I noticed that. Like one time, I was dating a girl in Barranquilla. I mean, she just found it, here it's like on my phone. She just casually just walks over and picks up my phone and started like looking through it. But can you pick up their phone and look through it? Did the same thing they could do to you? So they can be extremely, extremely, extremely possessive sometimes. And don't ever, whatever you do, do not compliment another woman around them. Oh no, don't do that. If you do that, if y'all going out on a date or something in the car, when y'all get out, when she gets back at home, she is not going to speak to you probably for the rest of the night. Let me see what this is. Man, I wouldn't bring her back like say North Jersey or Queens, New York, Corona, Queens, New York, Media American Colombians. They would say my average persona sucks dumped. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't bring none of my women here. I would never bring them here. Well, a lot of them say they want to come here because they want an education. They want an education. They say they want to go to school. Like I met one, and she was gorgeous. She was from Barranquilla. She was drop dead gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful body. And I asked her, I said, what do you want to come to? I mean, why do you want to marry me? And why do you want to come to the States? For why you want to leave Colombia and come to America? You know what she told me? She said, I want to be a model. I want to join a model agency. So I began to think, I said, okay, so you want to come to the States because you want to be a model. But see, I had to really look at that, because even though I would have been with her really like a 9 or a 10, no, she was like 11 or 12. But soon she would have stepped off that plane. My Colombian wife would have been gone. Especially if she would have joined a modeling. And she probably would, let me tell you something, she would have been probably selected in the modeling agency, without no doubt. She had the looks, she had the build, she had everything. But I could tell that she wasn't in it for me. I said, okay, you want to be you want to model, you want to do all this stuff, but what about me? Are you gonna be a wife to me? Oh yeah. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna do this and all that, But as soon as they get over here, some of them, and once they become Americanized, once they become doctrinized, it's over. She'll be gone. She'll leave me in a minute. Don't bring them to the areas where there are fellow ex-Colombians. Yes, they are Americanized. Yes, they are. Those ladies would get into their ear along with the BW, and the WW, yep, and the LW, yes, and say average dudes suck and do better. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Like that supermodel that I was dating in Colombia, if I were brought that girl back, she would. I am for sure. I am for sure she would have left me. Man, it is super hot. It is 70-something degrees at night here in Michigan on October the 30th. This is weird. We're in the twilight zone. Wow. I'm thirsty. I'm sweating. Trying to open up the window, man. Wow, that's really, really hot. But yeah, she would have left me. So you gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta forget about. I know there are some very beautiful women. They are very attractive. But like you said, some is in for the long game. You don't know.
Uno más. Ok. ¿Y te gustaría casarte?
Sí.
¿Y te gustaría vivir en otro país? ¿O no te importa?
Me gustaría.
¿Sí? ¿Cuál país? ¿O flexible?
Me gustaría Estados Unidos.
Sí, ok. ¿Y cómo está tu inglés?
Hear what she said? She said she wants to go to Estados Unidos. That means that she wants to go to America. That's where she wants to go. She wants you to take her and her 2 kids and everybody back to America. Oh, wow. No. I would tell her, I say, you're not coming back to America. We're gonna stay in your country. We're gonna raise your kids in your country. I'm not bringing your kids back here. It will be a disaster. And then, see, the thing you got to understand, this is what you have to understand. This is what you have to understand. She doesn't know how to drive. She don't know how to drive a car. So how she's going to get around? How she's going to go? Okay, because what she would have to do is she would have to go. She would either use Uber all the time or use a cab. Now, see, I don't mind doing that in their country like that, you know what I'm saying? Because their transportation system is really good. You know what I'm saying? They got very good transportation in Medellin. They got very good transportation. And the Ubers are very good too. And they're very cheap. I could go from my hotel to a restaurant, pay like maybe $3. Very, very, very cheap. But can you imagine that you got to provide Ubers for her every single day? How expensive that's going to be? You know, so she's in the area that, now I'm not saying this can't work. I'm not being negative, but I'm just letting you know, what are you getting yourself into before you do this? Let me see. If she lives in Queens, she don't need a car. Yeah, okay, yeah, she wouldn't need a car. Okay. So they got a lot of public transportation out there in Queens. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question, Guru. You think they'll know their way around pretty good? Surprised that she wants to come to America. Most of them don't. Yeah, but some of them do. Yeah, because they're looking for something. They want that better life. Not all. I'm not saying all, because you're right. Most of them would rather for you to stay there. But some want, they have, like she said, she's in school and she wants to better herself, and she wants to attend to a college in America, so she can make money and send home to her people, So they have an agenda what they want, and I'm saying it's not bad. I'm not saying this is bad, but just be prepared if you decide to take on this responsibility. That's all I'm saying. And she's a very beautiful woman. I mean, she's gorgeous. I mean, it would be difficult because I don't have any kids. And if she wanted to have another baby, so there'd be a baby, there'd be a 2-year-old, 11-year-old, and a baby. That'd be a lot. That'd be a lot. So you'd be supporting her and her 2 kids and maybe another child, because she said she wants to have another child, right? She lives in Queens. She does not need a car. Okay, we're seeing that one. Some parts of Queens, you still need a car, though. Okay, yeah, you still need a car, right? But see, in my area, our transportation system is not that good. Our transportation, it's more rural. I mean, it's like everything is like spaced out. Because I live like in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? So technically in this area where I live, you need a car. You definitely need a car. Now we do have some store, like my cousin, what he used to do is that when his wife came, he would buy her a bike. He bought her a bike. And what they would do is they would ride on their bikes, and he would show her like the surrounding area first. Okay? He would show her the surrounding area. Like, if she needed to go to the store maybe just right over here. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to, because you can't expect for your wife to be sitting in the house all day and just waiting for you to get back from work. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna have a lot of idle time. A lot of idle time. So what she's gonna do with some of that time? Well, another thing that he did, was he put her in a English class. And I think she went to that English class like twice a week. So that gave her something to do. You know what I'm saying? Something to look forward to. So while he was at work, his wife was learning English, Let's hear more what this young lady was saying.
Poquito, estás aprendiendo.
Estoy en aprendizaje, puedo descifrar algunas frases, algunas oraciones.
Ok. ¿Y te gusta el idioma?
Sí.
Ok, entonces quieres una familia, quieres un esposo, te gustaría vivir en otro país.
Exacto.
¿Y qué tiene que tener el hombre que te enamora?
Tiene que tener ante todo nobleza, amor por los animales y la naturaleza.
¿Te gustan los animales? Okay.
Debe estar consciente que soy una mujer con 2 hijos y aceptar.
Yeah, she said she like animals, so you gotta make sure you get the animals too.
Con el mejor cariño del mundo.
¿Cuántos años tienen tus hijos?
11, 10 y 12.
10 y 12.
10 y 12.
¿Y tú piensas si tú te mudas a otro país, el papá estaría bien con eso?
El papá murió, yo soy viuda.
Ah, ok. Entonces.
Bueno, yo soy una mujer que
Well, I hear what she said. She said she was married before. She said she was married before and the husband passed away. So she's a widow. So I assume that's the 2 kids, the 2-year-old and 11-year-old. I assume that was the father that passed away, the kid's father.
¿Trabajas?
Soy estudiante de medicina veterinaria.
Ajá, ok, por eso los animales. Okay.
Temporalmente trabajo en una discoteca mientras termino mis estudios. Por sobre todas las cosas, amante de los animales.
She wants to go to school to be a veterinarian. And who's going to pay for it? You are. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for her schooling so she become a veterinarian. So you better make sure you have some chatter on you, bro. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying this is bad, but I'm just saying if you decide to do this, there's something that you're going to have to really prepare yourself if you're going to bring your wife back to the United States. If you're going to bring your wife back to the States. Especially if she wants to go to school. She says she wants to be a veterinarian. She wants to go to school to be a veterinarian. She says she loves animals.
Me gusta mucho la familia, me gusta mucho los planes tranquilos, la tranquilidad sobre todo. Soy una mujer muy inteligente, muy culta. Me gusta mucho conocer las culturas de todos los países. Y soy una mujer muy alegre, muy espiritual. No tengo ninguna religión, pero soy espiritual.
Ok. ¿Crees en Dios? Ok.
Sí.
Sabe que muy bien, muchas gracias. Entonces espero que encuentres un súper buen hombre. Acá, guys, please, Saviken, she's a really great woman. She's looking for love. She would love to find a great love, have more children. She is studying medicine for being a veterinarian. And yeah, she's looking for a nice man who takes care of her. And yeah, she's open to move to another country. So she's a great woman.
Yes, she says she wants to live to another country. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing if you bring your wife, back here or stay there. I'm not gonna just, be negative because I'm not a negative person. But the only thing I just want to tell you is to be prepared before you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a very great responsibility for you. And they do expect for you to perform. And if you don't perform, they ain't gonna stay with you. You're gonna come home and she's gonna be gone. She's gonna be gone. Let me see, did I get everybody? Bring her to an area. Yeah, we did that one before. Surprised that she wants to come to. Yeah, you're right. Most of them don't want to come to America. You're absolutely right. They'd rather stay in their own country. Most of them don't. Right. Let's see what else that she says.
To get to know in the agency. Sabe que muchas gracias por el video y bueno, espero que encuentres una buena pareja y bueno, que disfruta mucho la noche.
Ok, gracias.
Muchas gracias. Daniela, how are you?
I'm 21. How old are you?
How are you and how old are you?
Oh, I'm 21 years old. I'm studying international business.
Oh, nice.
And start practicing English. And I would like to travel and I want to know new cultures of the world. And I'm a happy person.
Happy person, okay. Yes.
I would like to know a good man for me and start a new life with him.
Yeah. Would you like to move to another country?
Yes,
yes?
I want. Because I study international business and I would like...
You like other cultures, other countries. And are you looking for marriage already or a relationship, children? What would you like?
I don't know. I'm open to
meet.
Yes.
To meet.
Yes.
But you would like to have children in the future?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to have children.
And when? 10 years, 5 years?
No, in 1, 2, or I don't know.
Okay.
Here now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. And you live with your family, your mom, your dad. With who do you live?
My family, all my family live in Cartagena.
Cartagena. Okay, so you're from Cartagena.
Yes, okay.
Wait, hold up. Did you hear that Floyd is going to jail? Going to jail for what? Joseph, what is going on with Floyd? What happened? Joseph, you may want to come on. I'm gonna put the live stream. Hold on. You may have to come talk about this. Let me put the live stream on here. We gotta talk about this. Yeah, Floyd, come on. I mean, Joseph, yeah, you gotta tell me about this thing with Floyd. Come into the chat. Come into the live. I got the StreamYard link. You gotta tell me. And guys, guys, the panel is open. If you guys have any questions about anything. He did some stuff with auditing with the police, and he was saying in his life that he was going to jail. I don't quite understand. So he did some stuff auditing with the police, and he was saying that in his life that he was going to jail. I'm not for sure I quite understand, Joseph. Hey, Money Travels, what's up, brother? How you doing? Money Travels, all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. How you been, man? Yeah, I'm just trying to tell the guys if they want to bring their wives to the United States, you gotta get prepared for it. It'd be better if you keep them there. Do you think it's better to keep your wife in her country, or do you think you should bring her to the U.S.? But Joseph, I don't quite understand about what you're talking about. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is street. Okay, he's coming in right now. Okay. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
All
How
right.
you doing? How's everybody doing tonight?
Everybody doing good, man. Why did you come into the live?
Because something's going on with my volume and stuff with the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I want to talk through the phone.
Okay, yeah, I got you on speakerphone right now, brother. So what's up this thing about with Floyd?
So with Floyd, what's going on with him was that recently he made a live. I watched his live recently, and he was talking about doing a trip to Colombia. But on his live, he was talking about how he was going to have to do some time in jail. And I was kind of shocked. I was like, what was that about? And doing my research, coming to find out he was like a First Amendment auditor. Like he would go around like film police, say, hey, I know my rights, stuff like that. He was one of those type of guys. And then for some reason he caught a case and, he said in his recent life he was going to go to jail. So I just saw it. I was like, oh, dang,
Wait a minute, is he going to jail?
I didn't really pay attention to it. I just saw it. I was like, oh, wow.
Is he going to jail in Colombia or in the States?
In the States.
So he was saying things that was like not good on his live, and he got in trouble
It
for
was
it?
something that he did he was doing in his past. For some reason, the law enforcement the justice never got around to it.
Oh, okay.
So if you type in foreign only, I'm going to jail, you'll see it. I just saw it because I don't keep track of some of this stuff. I only watch you and Razor Rays, but he popped up a video and I just saw it. I know it was a few days old, but I just saw it. I was like, oh man. I just want to let you know what's going on. That's all.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know what's going on, man. Yeah, you gotta be careful out here. You have to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody, not so long ago, I'm not trying to troll nobody, but this individual went on somebody's live and they put a comment about me drugging women in Colombia.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
I'm just saying, if you go back and watch it, you'll see what I was talking about.
Yeah, you got.
He's gonna have to go back to jail and like get rid of his apartment and everything. It was a shock because I thought that they just threw it away because like recently, Floyd, like I don't know if like I ever met the dude, but I watched some of his videos in the past. He was one of those guys that he had a channel called News Out Omaha, and what he would do is just do stuff around police that get him in trouble. So he pretty much antagonized police, and then all of a sudden, when his videos popped up, I saw that I heard that he was going to jail, and I watched it. It was a few people going on the live stream, and they were just talking about it. And he was saying that he was going to sell his apartment and stuff like that. But one of the things that stood out to me was that he was talking about before he went to jail, he was going to go to Colombia. I was like, what? But like his story was all over the place.
Yeah. He does be all over the place. And you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trolling Floyd. He's like a really nice guy. I tried to get on my show before, but sometimes it seems like he's not something. He's not all with it sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. Because even when he was with Austin Hollister, I noticed some things were just a little off. And then he was in. Remember, he was in the DR, and he became broke. And he got on there. He was trying to get money from us. You remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for telling me, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just want to let you know what's going on because I didn't want to get on the live stream because my stuff is. This is kind of my mom's computer, so I don't really know how some of this stuff works. So I don't. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. So I just want to let you know what's going on.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know, brother. Okay.
You're welcome. Stay safe and go back to your live, okay?
All right, you too. Peace, brother.
Take care. I'm still watching you, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. All right, wow. That thing. Okay, T, are you still there? Terrell, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there, man. How's everything going? I just
Everything's
joined your live, man. I want to see what the subject you're talking about tonight.
Yeah, we're talking about should you bring your wife back to Colombia?
Oh, yeah. I know
back
we
to the
discussed
States,
that
I'm
with
sorry.
you. Yeah, I know we discussed about that before. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you did gave me some ideas. I had thought about bringing her back to the States, but when you brought up the visas, man, now I'm debating on that now, man. So I really gonna have to do a lot of research. But the chances gonna be 50-50 if I'm not gonna do it, if I'm willing to do it. But it really all depends, and it depends on what they say and how they say it, whether is the reason to come up to America.
I think really bringing your wife here is a really bad idea. I wouldn't bring her. I really wouldn't bring her here because I think me personally, it's just too much negativity here.
Oh yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring her here. I wouldn't. I was just showing some videos of the agents. They got these agencies out there in Colombia that you can actually go and actually get your wife. You know what I'm saying? And these girls, they talking about, they want to go back to school. They go to veterinary school. They want somebody to take care of them and stuff. Let me see.
Oh yeah. I remember you told me you went to Banlaquila tour, right?
What's that?
You went to the Banlaquila tour, right?
Banlaquila, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you plan on going again, Tony?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Barry. Medellin got such a big grip on me, man. It's hard for me to break away from that place.
Oh yeah. I got you, man. But you got some good points. But man, in that situation, I best bet if I move down there to Colombia, I might probably need to wait for 10, 20 years before that. And then it makes sense. It'll be better to move down there where she at. But if you can't wait, then a lot of guys usually bring her to the state. Let me ask you this. How old your cousin was when he got married to that Colombian woman? Because I know you talked about that.
I think at the time he was in his 20s when he met her. I think it was like he was maybe like 27, 26, 27 years old.
Oh yeah, he got
Yeah.
married at a young age, right?
Yeah, he got married at a young age. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
think that's the reason why a lot of the guys that probably that's much younger usually bring them to the States because they can't afford to move overseas because they don't have that stable job.
Right, right. Yeah, but you know the problem is that I don't know. He said that when she came over here, it's like they don't flourish very well over here. I'm not saying that everybody's different. There's some they do okay, because I matter of fact, you know, since they kind of open, since they opened the border a little bit, you got Venezuelans and Colombians coming over here
Oh
across that
yeah,
border.
yeah.
Yeah, so we got a few of them that work at my job. Matter of fact, I talked to two of them the other day. I said, "Oh, well, you know what? I come visit your country. You know, I visit your country." And they'd be like, "Oh, really?" You know, they'd be like really excited and stuff like that. You know, but some of them seem to be adapting okay, but some of
Yeah,
them don't.
there are a few. Now there are a few legit women down there. They might flourish in America a little bit if they speak English very well.
Yeah, if they speak English, right, right, right.
Yeah, because there was one woman, man, she speak good English so well. I was like, man, it blew my mind, especially I went down to Medellin, man. This woman speak English, highly educated, like she's from the, I ain't gonna say like from the United States, but she
Right,
flourished like, you know, the way she speak her language is English.
right, right. Money
So,
travels. What is happening, brother?
what
What's
you
going
say?
on, Tony? How you doing? How you doing? How's everybody, man?
Everybody doing fine here on the chat, man. Everything is good. What about yourself, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. Just tapping in on the conversation as far as bringing your wife back to the United States.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a
Yeah,
I think that's a bad idea, bro. Bringing your wife back to here. I wouldn't bring her here. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't do it. I've seen people do it before. My cousin did it twice. He did it twice, and
twice.
yeah, he did it twice.
So he got married twice? Or
Yes,
he
yeah,
married twice with a Colombian?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Oh,
matter of fact,
wow.
he lived in a warm climate. He lived in Arizona, so it wasn't like there was like in a very cold place like it is up here. It could get really like bitter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it just seemed like it just didn't work out very well for him when he brought them up here. So what do you think about that, Money Travels?
Well, here's my thing. My thing is, so I'm from the New York area, where
Okay,
you have a mix of different nationalities as far as Colombian, Dominican, all types of Spanish nationalities, right?
right, right.
And I'm gonna tell you from growing up what I seen. Uh, with my experience, you can bring a Dominican back here, and you can bring a Panamanian back here.
Okay,
But as far as Colombian, it's gonna be hard. Listen, I lived in Jersey, Elizabeth, New Jersey, where it's a big population of Colombians. I'm talking about they got even a whole street with nothing but Colombian bars, Colombian restaurants, big population. One of my best friends is Colombian, and I worked with some Colombians before, right?
okay,
And I have never seen, I have never seen um, a black guy successfully married to a Colombian in the United States, unless he was in the drug game, and then once everything leaves or he gets incarcerated, everything goes away, including her.
uh-huh, right.
But as far as just a regular working guy, 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
I never experienced that. Now, on the other hand, Panamanian, I've seen a lot of black guys with Panamanians every day. And I'm
Okay,
from a neighborhood where the Panamanian population is big.
okay,
So, and you got different races in Panama, but most of the black Panamanians come to the part of New York where I'm from, that's Brooklyn, Flatbush, and it's a big community of Panamanians there, and they look just like us. Now, I don't really see too many white Panamanians in the neighborhood,
Okay.
but I've seen a success rate of brothers dating Panamanian women and marrying Panamanian women, and listen, we grew up with them. It's like second nature, no problem.
Okay.
Dominicans is 50-50, right?
Uh-huh.
So Dominican women, they love to meet, and and this is through my experience of dating them in the United States. If you young and you look good and you got money, you got a chance.
Okay.
If you're an older gentleman and you got money, you have a chance for a minute, but she gonna cheat.
Okay. Okay.
But it's a 50-50 thing with them. But as far as the Colombian thing, I don't know. Now, I have seen a lot of brothers date other women like Ecuadorian, El Salvadorian, women like that, and be okay. But the Colombian thing, I ain't seen it too much.
I don't say it either too much to myself either. You know, I don't. I live in Detroit, and I've been here all my life, and I really don't see. I'm gonna be honest with you. To be completely honest with you, I don't see too many black brothers dating foreign women in my city at all. You don't see it at all. Not much. Extremely rare. You know, it's like when they get over here, they change. You know what I'm saying? That's why I would want to bring my wife over here, you know, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying they're all this way, but a lot of, well, not a lot, but some of them, how can I say this without being offensive? They would prefer a white guy before they date you. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But even with the white guy, I think at the end of the day, he's still going to always convert back to her own.
Okay.
Because it's just the more understanding, the more or another Spanish guy. I've seen Dominicans and Colombians, I've seen Dominicans and Cubans, I've seen it's just a culture thing, you know. It's the different types of food, it's the music, it's the dancing, it's the, you know, say you're an older guy and you meet a woman 30-35, beautiful Colombian woman, and she comes back, right?
Right.
And her culture, she might wants to go out a lot to the bars, dance, and you know, being you might be working hard, taking care of her, kind of tired, and you know, and it's just, and that's her culture, that's her. So now she really can't be herself because she got to transition herself to your culture now, right?
Right.
So, and then you don't really want to go out, her going to bars by herself. So either you gotta step it up and go out with her, or she gotta tone down to how your situation is.
Right.
So a lot of times it's mostly the culture thing. And I think, to be honest with you, this is just my opinion. I think, and this is something else that I experienced. I think black man, if a black man and he don't want to date out in his race, I think his best thing would be Asian.
Okay. Okay.
I seen a lot of brothers in the West Coast area, all over, date Asian women and be successful with it, military and non-military.
Right.
But the Colombian, at the end of the day, when they get over here, unless you get kind of an older one up in age, she's gonna acquire a lot. She's gonna want to look good. She's gonna want to look pretty. She's gonna have a lot of young guys after her. it's just gonna be a lot, and it's gonna take a toll on you. For me, I think,
Yeah.
unless you're a younger guy
Yeah.
and you got it going on,
Uh-huh.
and you speak Spanish, then you might can hold her.
Right.
But if you an older guy, and listen, I'm not a young bro. I'm hitting 50 myself.
Right. Me
So
too. I'm 60.
so that's what I'm saying. So it's listen. Let me tell you the story real quick.
Oh, take
I
your
had a
time.
Dominican girl. She was 27 years old. And the process, it was good. It was good for us for a minute, right?
Okay.
We met and everything was good. So as we met and started going out and things like that, I was going to a house, but I never was going inside, right?
Uh-huh.
I would just drop her off, pick her up, whatever. She always tell me, my uncle want to meet you. My uncle want to meet you. So I said, okay, I'll meet him, whatever. I was really trying to meet him at the time, I'm running. And later on, come to find out, the uncle looked like her family, but come to find out, it wasn't her uncle, it was her husband. And the guy was from Guyana.
Okay.
And he was a plumber. He had a big, nice house. They lived, whatever. But he was older than me, and she wasn't satisfied.
Okay.
So that just go to show you. And she was well taken care of. So it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the money at that point. It was about she just wasn't satisfied. She just wasn't happy, right?
Right.
So that just go to show you that they'll come here and get here, but at the same time, it's gonna be a different culture for them. Being with you, she gonna be more around your people and not her people, and she gonna miss that because those people are very cultural, right?
They're very cultural, yeah.
So I would tell brothers, if you're gonna deal on that level, I would say keep it in that country and go to that country and stay there, and you'll be more happier. Or if you want to bring something back here, go with Filipino.
Yeah.
Thai, I don't know, maybe Thai, but I had a tenant, and she was from the Philippines. And where I have my house at, my rental property, it's in a Filipino neighborhood in New Jersey.
Right.
And they good people, man.
Okay.
They good people. And any brother that dealt with them, that I know of, they haven't had too many problems. They've been okay.
Right. Yeah, I heard good things about Filipino, but at my job, I work with a lot of Filipinos. A lot of them are nurses, and I was warned about dating Filipinos too, because one thing you have to understand about dating foreign women, the thing that I seem to understand is that it's like they're in it for the long game. It's like something they want. There's something out of it that they want. Okay, like for example, I don't know if you heard this, but when I was in Barranquilla, I was in the marriage agency, right? And I had all these women that I could choose from, to talk to and date, because I was going to do what my cousin did. I was going to find me a Colombian wife. I was going to, pick out which one I wanted through this agency. These are called travel marriage agencies. They got them all over Colombia. They got them in Cali, they got them in Barranquilla, and they have them in Medellin too. So I met this one girl, and she was younger because I wanted somebody kind of younger too, because I ain't gonna lie, I am attracted to younger women, But this girl was a supermodel. She was a supermodel. And when I talked to her, I said, well, what is your, if we marry and I bring you back to the state, what is your end game? Why are you coming to the United States for? And guess what she said?
What?
She said she wanted to be a model. She wanted to join a model agency and she wants to model. That's what she said. But I knew then that I couldn't pick this one, because I guarantee you, if I would have brought her here within 6 months, she would have been gone. If she would have came here and joined a model agency or something like that, she'd be gone. You know, and she would have given trouble too.
100%. Listen, in New York, right? Say you was living in New York. Say you was living in New York, and you brought her back, and you trying to be a nice guy. I done seen this before. You trying to be a nice guy and take her to her community, right?
Right.
Which would be Queens. Queens, a big Colombian population, right?
Okay.
She's gonna stay with you until that paperwork go through, but she already done made contact with her people. She gone.
Yeah.
So anytime she leave the house or whatever, she's gonna go to Queens, and she's going to, you know, connect with people. And it might not be a guy at that point in time, but her people just putting her on what she have to do and how she had to go about being here and being successful or finding a job or whatever, right?
Right.
And that's just what it's gonna be. And for a guy your age or even my age,
right,
an older gentleman, you can't look for nothing young. It gotta be 35 and better.
Better, yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
It has to. They more settled, and at the end of the day, and listen, another thing, and this is anybody, whether you go to the United States, getting a female from the United States or not. You don't want nothing that look too drop dead gorgeous.
No, you don't.
Because you gonna have to beat guys off with a stick.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If I would have brought that Barranquilla girl back here, I know I would have had trouble with her. I know I would. It was tempting though, that she was bad. She was bad. I have never. You know what? She got out of the cab when I went to go meet her downstairs when she first came to the Airbnb. I went downstairs, and she got out of that cab. She had these, I don't know, they call them Medellin jeans. It's these special type of jeans that models wear in Medellin. Okay, that's what my cousin called them. He said, yeah, they got those special type of jeans. They got them down there in Colombia. Man, she got out of that cab, and I see her with those jeans on. I nearly fainted, man. I've never seen nothing like that before. I mean, she was stacked like pancakes, man. And I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. So we went back up to the Airbnb. So I said, what you want to do? And I said, let's go get some lunch. So we went to get some lunch and everything. But then as I'm talking to her, she's talking about that she always dreamed of being to be a model, and she wants to do this and do that. And she didn't talk about anything about what me and her gonna be doing together. I'm like, okay, what type of wife you gonna be? You know, do you want kids? Do you want this? I said, do you want to have kids? She said, no, I don't want no kids right now. My career is really important. You know what I'm saying? So they had like one track man, but I've also heard stories about some of them come over here, and while you at work, they be talking to other men on social media. I've heard that.
Well, of course. Well, here's the thing. Even if they don't talk to a man on social media, even if that's not the case, right? I just know for a fact that at the end of the day, 90% of the time, you just not in it for me.
Right.
You trying to gain something. So even though if you here with me and you faithful with me at the moment, your plan is to get out of here as soon as you get a chance.
Yep.
So it's just like you go to a car dealership and the car dealership tells you, okay, listen, I can get you approved right now for this $100,000 Mercedes, right?
Right.
And the Mercedes look good, you like it, you want it, or whatever the case may be. You know, when you go outside, you're gonna turn heads, everybody gonna look at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then he say, listen, but at the same time, I got a $30,000 one here. People still gonna look, not as much, but they still gonna look. And in your mind, you know that with the payments, you can manage more better with those payments.
Right, right.
So sometimes we got to be smart and say, I'd rather go with the I'd rather go with the $30,000 Mercedes than the one that's gonna cost me $100,000. I'm gonna manage better more that way.
Right, right, right. And
So
you have more peace of mind, because peace of mind is really important. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that beautiful model, she gonna drive you crazy. You ain't gonna be able to work. You're gonna be thinking about what she doing while you at work. You're gonna be calling her all the time. It's just gonna be a total headache.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It would have been like, if I would have brought her back, it would have been like that. I said, and then another thing too, I know that some of them have too, that the guys are not familiar with. Some of them have a very nasty temper. Have you noticed that?
Right. And listen, I'm gonna tell you this too. Then she's gonna find out how much you love her and care about her and stuff like that. And let me tell you about Colombian women. It might not seem that way because they modest and they in their country now, right?
Yeah.
But most of the young Colombian women I met, they're expensive, man.
They are. They're very expensive. Yeah, they are.
Expensive.
Yeah.
They got to get their hair done every week.
Yeah.
They have to have their nails done every week.
And don't you be an expat either. Don't you be a foreigner. They really hit you up hard.
That's it. Listen, here's another thing. Not on top of that, you think just because they came from there, they want expensive clothes.
Yep.
When they get here, that's just their thing, man.
Yeah.
So I say, look, if you want a wife, you got two options for me. You're gonna marry her and stay there, right? Or you're gonna find you something Asian and bring her here.
Right, right.
You could go to Asia right now and find you a 40-year-old woman in the Philippines that still look like she's 30 and bring her back, and I guarantee you she won't leave you. 80% of the time she'll stay with you.
She'll stay with you as long as you treat her right. Yep, I've heard that too. I heard good things about the Philippines, about the women. But like I told you, I work with Filipinos all the time at my job. And I was talking to one of my comrades there, and I was like, what would you think? You think I should maybe, instead of dating these Colombian girls, maybe switch over to Filipino? She said, oh no, you gotta be careful with them too, because they just want you for your money. Because I talked to a couple of Filipino girls. And the thing that if they're not here and they're over there in their country, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna hit you up for money. They do it every single time.
Yeah,
that's one of the downfalls of dating foreign women. Is that their problems become your problem.
Their problem's gonna become your problem. But here's the thing. The thing about it is this. Listen, if I go to the Philippines, right? I step my foot in the Philippines.
Right.
And I meet somebody and I know she's a regular female. And me and her kick it off well. Everything is good. And we do our thing. And then I come back and everything is okay. I don't mind sending her a little something that, hey, listen, even if you take one here, you got to come up. It's just what it's going to be. So I don't mind hitting off with a little something here and there, whatever. And then matter of fact, it's a guy I follow on TikTok. He works on a ship. I forget what kind of ship. It might be an oil rig or some type of ship he work on, right?
Right.
He just married a Filipino, and they've been dating for a long time. He was going back and forth. He just married her.
Right.
So, yeah, and I'm pretty sure he take care of her and make sure she's good or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also can go there and find a Filipino that got a job and work as well. See, I think the problem is a lot of guys go and look for these young girls that's real pretty and beautiful, and that's where you're gonna get hit it right there.
You're absolutely right. Yep. Yeah.
That's the problem right there. Because think about it, man. Just put yourself in a position like this. Just go back to your younger self, and just say, for example, an older woman hit on you, and you in a situation where you ain't really got nothing going on. Of course, you're gonna open yourself up to her because she's able to take care of you and do these things for you or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you still gonna see the young girls because that's where your heart and your mind gonna be at.
Right.
But the older woman is taking care of you. This ain't no different. It's the same thing. So if you find a nice female that's of age and she has a job, maybe she has a few kids or whatever the case may be, then there's nothing wrong with seeing her. Because the thing about it is this: at the end of the day, you want to be happy, period, right?
Right, absolutely.
You want somebody that you can grow old with, and so you know somebody that's going to take care of you, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So if she's there, she got a job that say she got a work ethic, and then you date her for a while, find out about her, she finds out about you. Then if y'all decide to get married, you get married. You leave her there for a while, you go back and forth, and then you feel like, okay, everything's been going good. You bring her back here, you get a job here, and y'all together. I think it'll be more better for a guy to do something like that, to me.
Right.
Especially if you ain't got no whole bunch of money, right? You just a ordinary working guy who save his money, and then one day he's gonna get a pension and stuff like that. Then I feel you need a woman of age who's been through something already, and she's willing to help you build and establish things, and y'all can go in and do things like that, right?
Yeah.
But if you go to these countries and you look for a young woman, you're gonna get hit every time.
Yeah, but you know what though? I'm gonna tell you this: you have to be careful with those older ones too, because I met an older one in Barranquilla. She was older. She was at the time I met her, she was in her 40s, but she looked good though. I mean, she had jamming body. I mean, slamming body. Beautiful girl. But sometimes these older women, they ask for bigger things. Let me give you an example. Like one time she contacted me, and she has a daughter that's in her 20s. And she actually asked me could I pay her $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 of American money to put her daughter to college. Can you believe that?
Well, listen. Okay, I can believe that because number one, look what you said again. Colombia again.
Yeah, Colombia. Yeah.
Colombia again, right? So, like, listen, even if you would have went to an older woman and you would have went to Ecuador, or you work in the medical field, right?
Yes.
So listen, I work in the medical field too. I'm just leaving the hospital right now as we speak, right?
Right.
So I work with Filipino, I work with Asian, I work with Spanish, I work with a lot of nationalities. You know that in the hospital, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And just being from where I'm from, I just see Spanish women, right? That's not from Colombia, not from DR, and maybe not from Brazil, right? I'm gonna say Brazil. I'm gonna say Colombia. I'm gonna say Dominican Republic.
Right.
But all the other Spanish women that I see, they put their head down, man. They go to work. They do what they gotta do. They go home.
Right.
That's it. That's what I see. That's what I see from even the Asian women. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Unless they're younger, but they put their head down. They come to work. They might talk, conversate, or whatever. But they all about their family and they going home.
They going home. Yep. Yep. You're
That's
right.
it. That's my observation of what I see.
Yeah, you're telling the truth. They're like that. I never really see them like splurge or partying or doing things like that. You know, those nurses there, they're very focused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they, and even the ones I see, the ones that so we got this one. She's from I think Ecuador, right?
Uh-huh.
And she what she does is she cleans the OR rooms after we come out of them. She cleans the OR rooms, right?
Yeah, yeah, we have those too. Yeah.
Listen, man, look, man, the lady, she's pretty little lady. She might be in her late 40s, right? Still beautiful, long hair, all that, right?
Right.
Listen, man, she'll speak. She don't got too much conversation. She always talk about her family. And when she leave, you don't see her dressing nothing fancy. You got a nice little car, and that's it, man. She go in and do what she got to do and get up out of there. That's it.
Right.
There's a Filipino there. She's married to a black guy. Actually, the black guy just died. He passed away it's been probably like 2 years now.
Okay.
And she's still the same way. She come in, she do her work, she gone. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
So a lot of times, you know, we overlook the things because we want what we want. That's the problem. We want what we want. It's the beautiful. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, from my experience, any beautiful woman or pretty woman that I have dealt with in my life, 90% of them wasn't no good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's here in the States, anywhere, because they know they beautiful. And listen, you got 100 men. If you got 100 men talking to them, trying to talk to them a day, and how I think, at least 3 gonna get in.
Okay.
At least 3 gonna get in. It might be more than that, but I'm gonna just say 3. 3 gonna get in, and one gonna get all the way in the door out of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. Unless you have your stuff together where she feel like I really got a lot to lose, and she's a smart female.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean? And then she still might step out the door because I done had that too. I done had women who had men with that's married and had men with a lot of money, and they still step out. So regardless of the matter, you can't control nobody on what they want to do, right?
Right.
But what you can do, you can cut that thing down to a 5%, 10% minimum by judging and picking the right individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now,
And
would you date a woman with kids? Would you date a woman with kids?
Yeah, 100%.
Like this woman here says she has a 2-year-old and an 11-year-old, and she wants to have another one eventually. Would you take her?
Which one? The one in the white or the one in the pink?
Yeah, the one in the white. Yeah.
No. I want to take her. You know why? I'm gonna have problems with that. Look at her, man. You gonna have problems with that, bro. You have problems with that, man. I'm just being real with you, bro. Listen, you gonna have problems with that, man. They're gonna be on her, bro. Let's check this out. Listen, you gotta be honest with yourself sometimes, right? Especially in the city. I only can vouch for where I'm from. You got a guy who worked. Just say you got a guy, right?
Right.
Who worked for New York Transit, right? Just say you got a guy who worked for New York Transit for the last 40 years, right?
Right, right.
He got his stuff together, right? Spanish guy. Maybe he's Colombian. Maybe he's Puerto Rican. And she ended up coming here, and at the end of the day, she comes here, and she ended up getting a job close to their building, or they end up going to the same coffee shop or whatever. He sees her, he speaks Spanish, he talked to her, bruh. I'm just saying, he might got more to offer. He might be lonely himself. You just was the vessel that brought her here, but he gonna be the one to get her.
So you know for sure the girl in the white, you definitely gonna have problems with that one.
Yeah, 100%. All day. All day.
Wow.
Listen. If I'm telling you now, I go to those places, man, and have fun, right?
Right.
I go to those places and have fun, but I don't want nothing serious out of now one of those countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to have nothing, because I'm just saying, I just see how they are with their own people.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, like, I don't want to live in another country myself, because for me, I like to drive cars. Like, I like nice cars, so I like to drive. I don't want to go to no country where I really can't really drive the kind of car I want to drive. Like, it's for me, right?
Right.
I like to look nice. I don't want to have to dress down and be on my P's and Q's everywhere I go. Because right here, I'm good. And people say, well, there's danger here in the United States, but I know the danger here.
Right.
Here, I know where to go and where not to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's my people. But I ain't gonna go amongst no other people and at the end of the day say, well, I ain't doing all that. I like it here, so I'm gonna stay here. Plus, I got some profit. I like it here, but I would do, for me, I had to go with the Asian culture.
Right.
That's just me. I can't speak for everybody, but I had to go with the Asian culture, and I wouldn't mind bringing an Asian back here. I wouldn't, but I still would vet her and do all that. But like, I'll do that before I go to Colombia or Dominican Republic and do it.
Mm-hmm. Because you will. It seems like to me is that another thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. It seemed like to me that I'm not saying nothing bad about them or anything like that. There's nothing negative. I'm not trashing Colombian women, but it seems like they're always up to something. Like, what can I say? It's like they're always thinking all the time, always plotting. Because they live from day to day. It's like they always. Do you find that to be true too? Like, they're always up to something.
Well, I can't. Well, here's my thing. Maybe if they're younger, right?
Right.
But we could find maybe an older one, and she might be cool, laid back, and just chill. But like, you still have to take her out, give her flowers, make her feel good. Any woman, no matter who she is, want to feel good, right?
Right.
And then you'll have a better relationship. But any young woman, she's still young. She want that young boy. She want to still party. Like, so X them out anyway.
Right. But even the older ones, I still felt sometimes I feel like that. It's like, it's like they always plotting. So it's like, they're always thinking. They always, because you can sit there just look at them and you can just look at their face like something's on their mind. You know what I'm saying? What is their next move? I'm not saying it's nothing necessarily that's bad, but like the feeling like you're always looking over your shoulders all the time. That's what it's described like.
You know why? Because I'm gonna tell you what. Because more than likely, we're there. We're foreigners.
Yeah.
We're foreigners. We always got that thing on our mind. Like, I wonder, and then let's be real. We probably know in our mind that she's not really there for us anyway. Because the sign shown. Listen, you had multiple women in your life. I had multiple women in my life.
Right.
You had a woman, or anybody had a woman, and that woman cared about you. By the affection she showed you, by how she treats you, Sometimes she might come, you might go in the house and she might just, here, baby, how you doing? How was your day? Blah, 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 blah. A woman is a woman no matter where you go around the world. So if you're not getting none of that, then come on, we already know she's not really there for us anyway.
Right. But some of them do that. You know, some of them do. They put on a persona, you know, that I love you and everything. As long as you paying out that cash, you know what I'm saying, everything is good. Because I remember it was this one girl I was talking to over there. And as long as you was paying out the cash, you know, helping her out and stuff like that, she loved you. But the minute she asks and you don't got it, phone gets silent.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. And she was an older woman. She wasn't no 25 or 30-year-old. This was a 40-year-old woman who was acting this way. So I don't know. It just seemed like they just in for the long, you know, they're in for the long game. And so, you know, because I did videos about people getting kidnapped and people getting robbed and things like that from girls that they know for almost for a year or so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know.
But let me give you another scenario. Let me give you this. I'm gonna tell you where a lot of people sleep on, and you can find a good woman there. But here's the thing: she's not gonna be Spanish though. Okay. And it's closer to you than Colombia, and a lot of people overlook this place. You know what that is?
Let me guess.
Yes.
It's another country though, right?
It's another country.
Okay. Let me guess. The Bahamas, maybe?
Close.
Cuba.
Close. Real close. Real close.
Cuba.
Real close. Real close.
No, Puerto Rico.
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica. Okay. Jamaica. Okay.
Jamaica.
Okay.
Listen, I've been to Jamaica plenty of times, right?
Uh-huh.
They could be a little bit feisty, but Jamaican, they good women, man.
Mm-hmm.
They good women. Look, see, a lot of people, they get caught up in these Spanish countries, right?
Yeah.
They forget about, listen, I'm gonna tell you some countries. You have Guyana, right?
Right.
If you're looking for a Spanish-looking woman, you can get her from Guyana, and they speak English. Where you can get a nice woman, maybe 10 years younger than you, 15 years younger than you, that'll treat you good, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, Martinique, Dominica, not Dominica, but Dominica, St. Vincent, Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
All those islands like that right there, you can find some good women that's gonna treat you good and be by your side. And they get here, all of them they get in the medical field and they work hard and they know how to save a dollar, man.
Right.
But people overlook because people be thinking Colombia or Dominican Republic, and because they want the beauty, they want that right there in that white shirt. See that one in the white shirt right there?
Yeah.
That's what they want. Look at her face, look like a baby doll.
Yeah.
Right? But she gonna break your heart.
Yeah. Yep, she gonna break your heart.
She gonna break your heart.
Yeah.
So and then here's another thing with those countries, right? Think about it. Colombia, Dominican Republic. Not everybody, but a lot of these guys, be in shape, man.
Yeah.
They want you to look good. They want you to look good.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to feel proud when they out with you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you already know what it's about. So you want a woman that they say, you know what, this guy's an older gentleman. He's a loving guy. I know he's gonna take care of me. I know he's gonna make sure I'm good. I'm gonna stick by him, and that's it.
Right.
And a lot of times, what we looking for, we can find it, but we most of the time we looking for looks. We say we want this, but we get caught by the looks.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the looks catch us up, and that's how we get caught up, and that's how guys get, you know, broke and all these things. I ain't gonna say word, you know, we don't, but all these type of things that happen to us when we over these countries, instead of looking for what we really want. And some guys don't really sit down and ask themselves, what do they really want in a mate? And go after that. Sometimes you might find what you want, but it might not have the looks that you want. So are you willing to trade what you want for the looks, or do you really want what you really want? You know?
Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest with you. My experience, because I've been dating women, you know, I'm 60 years old. I've been doing this since I was 15, 16 years old.
Right.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it's just something about those Colombian women. They just seem to be, for number one, they are extremely feminine, for number one. Number two, they just go out of their way to make them. I mean, like everyone that I was with when I was down there, it's like they
I'm on the phone.
They look good, they smell good, they feel good, and they once they get you, they hook you. It's really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think these women are the most prettiest women in the world. I think so. They just, like, I had one in my Airbnb at my hotel. I mean, we was getting ready to go out, and she was just in the mirror, just putting on the lip, you know, the lip gloss and styling her hair and just looking and just. I've never seen them like when I go to this, when I'm, you know, at the local towns there, when I'm going to the supermarket or doing things like that. You know, even at the store, you don't see them with flip flops on, with, you know, rags around their hair, wearing pajamas, and all that type of stuff. They like this girl here. I mean, I've dated girls like her in Medellin and Colombia, and they fun. They very pretty. Like I had one just like her. I basically the whole time just played in her hair the whole time she was with me, man. I was just like smelling, touching her hair. They just very feminine. They're just feminine. Now I'm not saying it's not like that here in the United States, of course, but I don't know. That's why it's so hard. I think that's why a lot of guys get in trouble too, because these girls, they have like a spell. They put a spell on you if you don't be careful. And
so can I give you some advice then, Tony? Since you my senior, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna give you some advice from me. What I would do is this then. I would find me a lady of my liking that gonna take care of me and help me, right?
Right.
But then I still would travel to Colombia to fill my fantasy. I ain't married yet. I ain't married yet, though.
I agree with you. I agree with you because they don't really take you seriously when you're there anyway, because they know that you're not going to be there for maybe a week or so. So they don't really take you seriously. That's why I did another video about this, about don't expect these girls to take you seriously or have a relationship, a real relationship with them when you don't live there.
Right.
And not only just Colombia, anywhere, you know, because a long distance relationship, I just got finished talking about that. It does not work. It doesn't work. Especially, okay, like for example, let's say I'm here in the States right now, and then it may be 4 or 5 months before I could go back and see the same girl again. Do you think she's gonna wait for me?
No.
You don't think she's gonna see other guys before I get there?
100%. If I fly into soon as look, if you flying out and we passing each other in the airport, you going to get on your plane, I'm just getting off my plane,
Yep.
and I got her information, she gonna see me too.
Yep, she gonna see you too. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I would listen. I tell people this, man. I don't know how people take it or whatever, but we live in one of the best countries in the world. And why I say that is because think about it. We have the resources to go to these other countries and live how we want to live.
Uh-huh.
We got these resources from our country.
Yeah.
So I say build something here, and while you got something here, it's stable, right? It ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right.
And then you can have somebody here and just travel and do what you need to do, unless you're gonna just move there full time.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're not, I just showed one of my friends an apartment today for $150 a month in Dominican Republic, and it's a nice apartment.
Yes.
So if you're gonna do something like that, okay, cool, you can have a good time or whatever. But for me, I want somebody that I know that genuinely, truly got my back, truly respect me, and gonna be by my side.
Right.
Now, you see how that mentioned highly in love with me, because sometimes that ain't the case. You know what I mean? But if she genuinely care for me and she got my back and she's gonna be there for me and she respect me, that's all I can ask for.
Right. And you know what though? I would trust a girl from the DR first before I trust a girl in Colombia, because I never heard too many guys like getting hurt or getting deleted, or a girl playing a long game to take his life or anything like that. I never heard that in the Dominican Republic.
Listen, here's what I'm gonna tell you this right here. Growing up in New York City, from my experience, this is from my experience again. I had Dominican friends, I had Panamanian friends.
Right.
I had Colombian business partners. I never had Colombian friends. I had Colombian business partners.
Mm-hmm.
Colombians, to me, stay to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Colombians, to me,
mm-hmm.
don't really mix like that.
Mm-hmm. When they over here. Right. I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
They stay. You could go to a Dominican party. You could go to a Dominican bar. Look, Dominicans the same in Dominican Republic and here. They the same.
Mm-hmm.
They the same. You could they the same to me. Panama the same. Colombian, no. Colombian here, a lot of them think they white and they don't want to have nothing to do with it.
There you go. Yep. I did a video on that. I did a video about it. Was this one woman named Valentina that came here from Medellin. She was a Paisa, and she started talking anti-black racism when she got here, talking about Juneteenth is ratchet. And I'm like, look at this. This Colombian woman talking about Juneteenth like this, going after black people. Yeah, I agree with you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes you think, do they really, really love you? You know, they treat you differently when you're in your country, but when they are like over here, I'm telling you, they prefer Caucasian men. They prefer
if they ain't around no Colombian, they prefer Colombian men, but they rather settle for white men instead of black men.
Because they think white men are superior, and they think white men have money. It's I'm not saying they're all this way, so I don't want to project on me talking negative here, but those girls, especially like the nice looking ones, they're about the dollar. They're about money. They don't really care about your feelings or anything like that. Right. It's like, The Colombians, like I said, I've met here, they may speak to you and say hello and everything like that, but you know, I know how they're looking at, because I work in a hospital and I got Colombian girls that's working in my hospital. You don't think they be looking at those doctors, those white doctors? Heck
100%.
yeah. Heck yeah.
And on top of that, at the end of the day too, like we think about, they got a family to take care of back home. So at the end of the day,
Right.
at the end of the day, for the most part, they going for the buck.
Right, they going for the buck. They look at you like, well, you know. Now, when you be in their country, you be like, you know, like the millionaire. If you make it like $15 an hour, they still consider you rich when you go to their country.
Right.
They come over here and they seeing people that make way more money than what you got and got more than what you have. They don't get the cream of the crop.
Right.
That's why I didn't bring that supermodel over here, because I knew. I said, when I get her here, she's going to be gone, probably within a month. And matter of fact, that was a girl they did a guy like that from 90 Day Fiance. I remember he brought a girl back from Mexico. I never will forget it. That's a funny show too. He brought a girl back here from Mexico, and she was acting like that she loved him and all this type of stuff. Did you know that girl just took off when she married the guy? She actually left him and went to go pursue a modeling career. And guess what she did?
What?
When she didn't make it, she had the nerves to come back, knock on his door.
Yeah, that's what they gonna do.
Oh my God! I said, I don't believe that she left that guy, you know, to pursue a modeling career.
Yeah, they got a guy. I got to find him, man. He got a YouTube channel. Well, I think he mostly on Instagram, but he brought a Dominican back here, and shit, they've been going strong for a long time, and she nice, bro.
Yeah,
and they've been going strong. They've been going strong for a minute. You know what I mean? I think they got a company together and everything.
Yeah.
Then I got another guy. I got another guy I know. His wife is Dominican, and they had a couple of businesses together, and they doing good.
Right. It all depends. You know, sometimes you can get lucky, you can get blessed. You know, but I did. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was in that marriage agency in Barranquilla, I did meet a couple of girls that would have been good to bring back to the United States. They wasn't supermodels. They wasn't like super beautiful, but I really believe if I would have brought them back here, they would have done well. You know, matter of fact, that was the one that I actually chose. But I messed up. I ended up me and her supposed to have went on a date that night. I ended up canceling and got somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I really regret that. But me and her had chemistry. She was a good listener. She came over, she cooked. She was a very good cook. She cooked some Colombian food. Like I said, she wasn't a drop dead gorgeous model, but she was okay. But she wasn't really like stuck on herself. You know, you could tell that she was really, but like you said, we keep going for the looks.
They going for the looks every time.
Like this one right here is, if she walks in there and, you know, then everything just go to hell, man. Yeah. But brother, hey man, I'm so glad you came on the show. I'm getting ready to sign off this live, man. I thank you for coming on, Money Travel, and thank you for all your wisdom.
Anytime, man. I'm gonna put my number in the back chat, man. That way, anytime you want to hit me up, you can hit me up, man.
Yeah, matter of fact, my Instagram is TonyMod40. You can hit me there on Instagram anytime.
Got you. So you got my number. Then just text me your Instagram, and then we'll talk from there.
Yeah. Text me on my Instagram and everything, man. Hey, man, it was good chopping it up with you, brother. We're gonna. Matter of fact,
I might be planning on going to Colombia in the new year, so I'm gonna get with you. Maybe we can shoot down there together, man.
Yeah, we could try if I could get the. You know, I had to get the days off. You know, because I work.
Right. So
So
we'll plan it. I'll let you know. Cause I'm to be honest, I've never been to Colombia. That's one place I've never been to. Colombia. I've been everywhere else, but not Colombia.
yeah. You gotta be, yeah. We'll talk about it on Instagram, okay?
Got you. I got you.
Yeah, brother. Thank you. You always welcome to stop by, and you got a channel too, right? Money Travels too, right?
Yeah, I got a channel, but I ain't really did nothing with it yet. It's mostly cause my channel I really wanted to do based on like real estate, because I got a couple of properties and I wanted to kind of put the business aspect of brothers. So I kind of started it, but I ain't finished yet because I've been dealing with a lot of projects, but I'm definitely gonna get to it.
Okay. All right. You sound very good and focused, man. So we're gonna definitely chop it up on Instagram.
I got you, man. All right, yeah. To the chat out there, everybody be safe. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed speaking to y'all tonight, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Money Travel. Everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, like. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Sending money to the Cash App to help support your brother Tony, because I'm going back to Colombia pretty soon, and any little bit helps, man. I hope you guys learned something, and I would definitely see you guys on the next live. And thank you to Mr. T for coming on, and Arizona, Joseph, all of you guys, Guru, Money Travel, Joseph, thank you all for coming on the show tonight. Thank you all. Okay, goodbye. Peace. Love you all very much.